Hey there everyone, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. I paddled out on Marsh Creek Lake today. It's an incredibly hot day out here. And it's actually very sunny, which is not good for me. So sometimes what I do, if you can look over, I paddle all the way out around the corner and I kind of come up here. It's kind of a private little cove area. It's real shady, and sometimes I come out here to catch up on my reading. Today I was reading the April 2010 issue of the Dan Kennedy Newsletter. Just read something very exciting. And so I want to share it with you. By the way, it is hot out here, and if they say, what do they say, a camera adds 10 pounds? Well, I think I've just sweated 5 of them away, so I'm not too worried. Anyway, Dan writes in his very eloquent way, he says, listen, retention is the new acquisition. And you know, I've been talking about the importance of customer retention versus acquisition for a long time, and Dan's spot on. I'm going to read to you just a little bit. We'll just pretend this is Jim's reading hour out at Marsh Creek Lake, okay? In an acquisition-focused world, we pull out all the stops to woo a stranger to simply sample our wares, yet we ignore the very people who essentially fund our acquisition efforts in the first place. It is tantamount to feeding yourself by holding the steak knife the wrong way by the blade. Not only will you go hungry, you're going to end up in the emergency room. I love the way Dan writes. He's so awesome. In his no BS professor of harsh reality way. He goes on to say, here's a new economy factoid, and I totally agree with Dan on this. He said, businesses that have managed to make lots of money in the past as churn and burners requiring a monster-sized new customer acquisition machine are in for severe reversals of fortune in this economy where money gets tighter. The fuel eaten by such machines is becoming ever more expensive, too expensive. So present customers, not new customers, fund your acquisition efforts. So listen, let me take off my old man reading glasses. So listen, it's so important to focus on customer retention. The customers you have now already know, like, and trust you. They've already made a decision to purchase from you. So they trust you and they find value in what you're selling. You know I'm all about customer newsletters. And I think without a doubt a customer newsletter is by far the most effective marketing tool you can have to put a fence around your herd, which is your customers, all right? And keep them where you can stay communicating with them, let them know that you value them, and just keep telling them every month, telling them success stories, testimonials, tell them about new products and services. Just keep communicating with them, because here's the deal, folks. When you're communicating with your customers, guess who they're not able to listen to? Your competitors. Now, one of the big secrets of newsletter marketing is, as effective as it is, not everybody does it. So just do it and you got a leg up. You will stand out to your current customers, which is where the gold is. I heard Dan say this. I heard him speak in New York City, I think about a year ago, and he said, listen, if you want to sell more, for heaven's sakes, go to the people that have already identified themselves as buyers. Your customers, okay? So, it's all about customer retention, not acquisition, especially in this new and difficult economy. This is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. It's so quiet out here and so darn peaceful, but you know what? I'm going to get back in the lake. I paddle all the way around the corner back there, back to my car. It's a gorgeous day. Listen, have a great day, everybody. This is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. You take care.